Hi, and welcome to Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Today we're going to be learning about a really awesome artist who worked in both textiles and painting. I can't wait to introduce you to Miss Lois. We're also going to be discussing and reviewing the art concept of contrast. We're going to be making face masks today, so we'll be talking about facial proportions and a little bit of math. Let's get started. Today in art class, we're going to discover this really awesome artist. Her name was Lois Mailou Jones, and she lived from 1905 to 1998. She had a super impressive career in the visual arts, but do you know how she got started? She had been working as a textile designer, so a designer of fabric, and often sold her bold fabric creations to department stores. One day, a decorator told her that a colored girl wasn't capable of producing such beautiful designs. Oh my goodness. Let me say a few things about this, friends. You know that God makes us all different shades and tones, and that's a part of what makes us each unique and special. And that just hurt my heart to hear that someone would say that to such a wonderful artist. However, this prompted Jones to shift her artistic focus to the fine arts so she could sign her name on her work so no one would ever doubt her again. It's always important that we're able to identify our work, so just like Mrs. Jones, we are going to write our name, date, and class on the back of the piece of paper. Finding the center of your face shape is really important, so we're going to go from the top and the bottom and draw a little dot in the center of our project. Now, making rainbow shapes from that dot out to each side of the face, we're going to start creating the details of our mask. The next step is adding rainbow shapes on the bottom that are upside down. So this is really going to kind of look like the letter U under each eye. Adding more details to our face, we're going to create the same shape except in the middle. When I was doing this with the first class today, they said, hey, it looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Now, starting in the middle of the eyes, we're going to go with a straight line towards the bottom of the face. You want to make it about halfway. Adding two diagonal lines so that it looks like an arrow pointing down is going to start off our nose. Then we're going to go back to the middle of those eyes and bring a straight diagonal line down to each tip. The last thing on our face is going to be our mouth. Using the art element of shape, we're going to create two concentric ovals. So remember, concentric means one inside the other. Recently in first grade art, we were introduced to the art concept of contrast, which means the state of being strikingly different than something else. Using our oil pastels, we're going to fully pigment our image using that idea of contrast. Those bright colors are going to show up against the dark background. So they're very different, meaning it is a high contrast image. If our colors were more muted or blended in a little more, then it would be a low contrast image. I'm also using different ideas in color theory. If you look at my eyes, you can see orange and blue. Those are complementary colors. Let's take a look at some of our student artwork. We are going to add some texture to our image by taking a popsicle stick and rubbing it in a patterned line against our project. Because our project was created with oil pastel, little portions of it will scrape off and give it a cool textured look. Here's some of our classwork from today. Thank you so much for checking out Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Today we did a project that featured the artist Lois Mailou Jones. This project didn't come originally for me. Let's hear more about the original lesson. This mask project featuring the Black history artist Lois Mailou Jones was originally posted in artprojectsforkids.org. Thanks again for sharing your lessons. We really appreciate all of the help this year. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.